right, well, hey, welcome to the Paycheck Freedom Plan. I'm so glad that you showed up tonight because that tells me one thing about you. You're serious about changing your money story. You're here to not just survive your paycheck, you're here to make it work for you, to build wealth, to create breathing room, and to make sure that your money is flowing in the right direction. We are going to focus on the flow of money. Before we dive in, I know that some of y'all have already dropped it in the chat, but go ahead and drop in the chat where you're tuning in from and what you're looking for tonight, or just simply type the word freedom in the chat. So let's set the tone right now. I created this class because I remember the days when I looked at my bank account and I thought to myself, how is this going already? I was working hard, but my money wasn't working for me. That's what we're focusing on changing tonight. So let me tell you what tonight is about. This isn't one of your boring budgeting classes where someone's going to force you to stop drinking coffee, because if you know me, I love me a good cup of coffee from Starbucks. And we're not going to focus on cutting out joy. We don't do that here. But this is a no fluff, strategy driven, action focused session that's going to help you find the hidden money in your account and help you pay off debt faster, take back
Mhm.
control, and position yourself for wealth that you deserve. So I'm going to share the exact framework that I've used myself as well as my clients, the same one that's helped eliminate debt, free up cash flow, and start building a real financial legacy. So grab your notes, silence your phones, turn off your distractions, and just lean in, because by the time we're done tonight, the goal is that you're walking away with the plan, not just motivation. Does that sound good? Overall, y'all know my biggest thing is freedom. So that is what I'm here to do, is to help you get free. But at the end of the day, who am I? Who is Ro, and why does this matter to me? I am Rashonda Coleman. My nickname is Ro. I am a real estate wealth advisor, and I'm the creator of Wealth with Ro. Let's be honest for a minute. I'm gonna tell you why this really matters to me. I'm a real estate wealth advisor who has been exactly where you are. I have definitely had a paycheck that vanished before I could breathe. I had a moment of time where I wondered if my financial freedom was even possible. I've made a $500,000 mistake because I was paralyzed by fear. And I teach this class so you don't have to learn the hard way. I've helped hundreds of professionals and entrepreneurs break free, and this isn't theory, it's battle tested. I've gone through Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's where my journey first started, was with the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. I also did their strategic coaching with them. At the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that did not help. That did not break the cycle for me whatsoever. I ended up getting a title loan on a car, and that is a title loan there. After that period of time where I did the title loan, I ended up going to Financial Peace University, and I learned all the baby steps. I became a certified FPU instructor. One thing you'll notice about me is I go places, I learn that principle, I become certified in it, and then I go, I think there's a little different approach that I want to take, and I go somewhere else and learn something more. So I did FPU. That's where the baby steps come from. If you've seen me give away $1,000, it's because baby step number one is to save $1,000, and most times that's the hardest step for people to do. I am a strong supporter of the Alzheimer's Association, and the reason why is that picture of those two beautiful women that you see on the screen. That's my mother's mother and my dad's mother. I lost both of them to Alzheimer's. However, I still support that organization because I believe strongly that there is a way to get a white flower, which will symbolize that we have curbed Alzheimer's and we have the first survivor. And finally, I've gone through training, and also as an ambassador for Keller Williams, the wealth organization. With that organization, you have to show your net worth. You basically open up your books, your P&L. You go through a lot of training because you host calls and you also host coaching corners where you talk about everything from someone's budget to, hey, I'm looking to buy a business and this is the pro forma they're showing me. Does this make sense? Or I'm interested in investing in oil and gas. What do I do? So you never know what's going to come up during those coaching corners, but I'm really excited, and that's something I carry with me as a badge of honor to be, it's less than 10 people in the KW ecosystem. That's a KW wealth advisor for all the agents within Keller Williams. So that makes up Ro Coleman. I see a face on the screen telling me I'm still talking fast. I'm trying to go slow, I promise. But that is who I am. And so let me tell you some things about how the cycle usually goes. Paychecks come in, bills go out, credit cards are used to cover the gap, and then interest kicks in. And you tell yourself that I'll catch up next month. But next month comes with the same bills and a little less peace. And what I call this the paycheck trap. And I want you to write this down. What you don't track, you can't transform. And basically, when you don't know where your money is going, you can't figure it out. That's regardless if you're a professional that has a paycheck that's coming in and you're not able to breathe. If you're an entrepreneur that's using every dollar of your revenue you get, your business is swallowing up. So you're either paying yourself a small salary or no salary at all. No matter what, the harder you work, the more you're sinking and it's starting to feel exhausting. And studies show that 61% of Americans live paycheck by paycheck. So if that's you, I don't want you to feel that you're alone. 61% of Americans live paycheck by paycheck, regardless of income. That is a heavy stat that's not shown because it's systematic. I'm not going to get sidetracked, but it is systematic. And that's why I'm so passionate about this subject and helping people break it. Or you can fall in this category. I've fallen in both of those categories, by the way. You could be a high earner that's making good money, but it's not translating to real wealth. That's been me. You can be a saver that got money in the bank, but is sitting idle. Hey, that's been me as well. I literally had a billionaire tell me, hey, Ro, your money wants to maximize its potential, and you really have to stop being a little squirrel and saving everything up, and you have to actually put it into motion. You can also be a steady builder who feel like you're okay financially, but you want to do better. I will say that sometimes the trap is in that steady builder category where you feel quite okay. You don't really have to do anything else. So I want you to know that even if you're in that steady builder category, it is still one of those dangerous places. And so I am still trying to slow down. Y'all have to put it in the chat. Ro, you're going too fast. I told you I get excited. And I said I would stick to my notes. So I would go slower. But even if you're making good money, one of the biggest things that's happening is you can have debt that's unoptimized, and that is silently costing you thousands in potential growth and delaying your bigger goals. And so we aren't just here to dig out of a hole. We are here to optimize your entire financial picture to accelerate your journey. And I know that I've talked to Z a lot about this. And so Z, out of all of those 6 areas that I just mentioned, which one of those areas would you say have been you, is you, whatever you want to share?
Well, the one that has been me is I will pay my cards, pay all my debts, all my credit cards. And then the next thing is I'm spending them, going back to square one. So that has been my biggest issue. Like right now is like, I would say out of the year, I will pay $30,000-$40,000 in credit card debt, and then I will start all over again. So I want to stop that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I would
Listen,
say I'm gonna hide my card, like the cards that I paid for, like I'm gonna hide them. I'm not gonna use them. And something happened that I'm always digging them out and using them.
yeah, yeah. I understand that. Like I mentioned, when I graduated from college, I didn't really have that much student debt, but what I did have to do was literally buy everything, including a car. And that's when I went through Rich Dad, Poor Dad. As you saw, I later on got a title loan. Then, as you saw, I later on went to Financial Peace University and recreated my financial world all over again. It does become a cycle. And the biggest thing is breaking it so you can go to the next level. So we're going to spend some time talking about how can you break it and get out of that hamster wheel and that trap. So, and the other thing that you mentioned is a perfect lead in into if you unpack the financial reality of what's happening today. The truth is this really isn't just about how hard you work. It really is a system problem. If we unpack what's really happening with money right now, the average person carries $38,000 in personal debt, and that's before a mortgage. So the fact that you mentioned 40,000, that's real. The average person today carries $38,000 in personal debt, excluding a mortgage. And that's what I like to call unoptimized capital. We'll get into that more in a later session, but I do believe that you can have optimized capital in debt and you can have unoptimized capital. Money that's working against you instead of for you is basically what's represented in that 38,000. And here's the reality. If you're relying on minimum payments or conventional plans, that can take you 13 years to reach true financial freedom. 13. That's over a decade of watching your money leave before it has a chance to grow. And then when you add the total cost of that delay, it's an average of $279,000 in interest. That's not just a number. That's a home down payment. That's a tuition. That's an early retirement, $279,000. But ultimately, the biggest thing that is that's your generational wealth delayed, all because of inaction. But there's good news. You don't have to be average. You can definitely accelerate that timeline. You can use strategy, not stress, to get out of debt and move toward freedom faster. And that's what tonight is all about, choosing a different path forward. So let me ask you, if you could shorten your path to freedom from 13 years to 3 years, what would that change for you? And whatever you come up with, keep that in your mind because that thing is what needs to pull you to help you get out of the systematic trap that's set up for you. And before we apply any math, we have to focus on the mindset because money follows mindset. You can have the perfect spreadsheet and still stay broke if your habits and beliefs don't change. That's why you see people get raises, bonuses, tax returns, and they're still in the same financial place 6 months later. You don't need a miracle, you need a mission. I literally worked somewhere where my bonus check could purchase a car. So what's really keeping most people stuck is not money. The number one thing is you're accepting limiting financial beliefs. Somewhere along the line, somebody may have told you that debt is normal, that slow progress is okay, that wealth is for other people. But the truth is, your beliefs are expensive. They cost you time, confidence, and opportunity. Number two, you may delay action, waiting for that perfect moment. Remember that $500,000 mistake I made? That is true. It's true because I delayed my action. I can't tell you how many people I've met who are waiting for the right paycheck, the right promotion, the right peace of mind before they move. But here's the thing, there's never a perfect moment. The move is what actually helps you create momentum. And number three, you get overwhelmed by all the complexity. So there's so much information coming at you that it's very easy for you to freeze. You start to think, hey, this is too much. I don't even know where to start. That's why you're here, because tonight we want to simplify it for everyone. Just remember that you do not need perfection. You need a plan and you need the courage to take the first step. So quick check-in for y'all. If you look at all of those mindsets on the screen, 1, 2, and 3, drop it in the chat which one has been showing up lately for you. Is it the fact that you're accepting limiting financial beliefs, you delay action, waiting for that perfect moment, or you're overwhelmed by the complexity? I can tell you I have 2 wealth coaches, and the one, no matter what, that keeps coming up for me. Some of y'all are commenting directly to me, just FYI, but I appreciate it. The fact is that you are going with the one that I was getting ready to say is my financial coaches. I have 2, pay a lot of money to them. And I overanalyze. I can delay. So we've put some things in place just for me to not delay the action waiting for the perfect moment. So now that your mind is aligned, let's get your goal and your plan aligned. This is where we start to build mindset over money management. So in the email that you received that confirmed your attendance, I sent a little assignment. If you know anything about me, I am very action focused. And I also believe that nobody is the same. So in all of those classes that I've gotten, all the certifications I've gotten, it's always been one static thing that everybody should do. And I believe we all process things differently and we all want to handle things differently. So, how many people did the debt personality quiz? Or looking at some of the faces, how many people need time to do the debt personality quiz? Just say, give me some time, Ro, or something in the chat so I see. All right. So we are going to take some time right now because this is the foundational piece. So grab a pen, grab a pen, grab a pen, and what you're going to do, don't overthink it. You're going to read the statement. If you're driven by numbers and efficiency, on your piece of paper, write A. If you're motivated by check boxes, write B. Whatever the statement is that resonates with you, make sure that you write that letter. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a few minutes to do that. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to do it. So if y'all can do that. I won't sing during the 2 minutes, but I am gonna do a stopwatch. And are y'all able to see the screen clearly to make sure that you actually can do this? It's okay if you didn't print it. I actually have it up here on the screen right now for you. Just let me know if someone can come off mute or drop it in the chat. Let me know if you can see it clearly. If otherwise, I'll go ahead. You
I can
can?
see
Okay.
it, but you're telling us to put the letters in the left
So,
column. Go ahead. Yeah, re-explain, please.
yes,
Sorry.
no worries. And I may have said it too fast. Let me slow down.
No, you're fine.
So, okay. Read the statement. And if that statement you resonate with, put that letter down. So the first statement says, I'm driven by numbers and efficiency. If you know me, I am. So I would put the letter A. And you just keep reading until you get to the bottom where my goal is freedom.
So A is yes, you agree with it, and B is no, you don't agree with it.
No, you just read the next statement. So every statement you agree with, you write that letter down. And when I say agree, you got to feel it in your, I was about to say, you got to feel it in your shondo. Like, like you just got to know, you got to know that that's you. Not like, I think it could be me. Like, no, it's when you read it, you say, yes. If you know, hey, I like flexibility and I might switch strategies depending on my mood, that should resonate with you. So you're going to write D. Does that make sense? Good questions, because I want to make sure everybody has it, because you knowing your own debt personality is going to be critical as we continue to move forward in this session. So just as a recap, you're going to read the statement. If that specific statement resonates strongly with you, you're going to write that letter down. And that's all you need to do right now. Based on the questions, I think I need to reset the timer.
No, Ro, I have a question. What about the ones that have two letters, C and D?
You would write both of them down.
Okay.
So I'm resetting the timer. If you are finished, go ahead and tally up your A, B, C's, and D's. And just so I can have like a temperature pulse, when you have your letter, if you can drop it in the chat so I can see if we need more time or not.
Hey, Ro, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When you say when you have your letter, is it the one that we have the most?
Yes.
Okay. Because like for B, I have 4, and for D, I have 3.
So you would drop B in the chat.
Okay.
If you're still going through your statements, read the statement. If it resonates with you, write that letter down. Once you finish, write down the letter, put in the chat the letter with the highest count.
What if you have a tie?
Put it in the chat. Only because I'm interested to see what your tie is. It's probably going to make sense. I have an idea what your tie may be. I just want to see how close I am. And I don't know who said that. I just know which one has the highest possibility to have a tie with the other one. So I'm just testing my theory. I was right. We have 35 more seconds. If you don't finish, make sure you finish. It's okay, but we're gonna move on. But make sure you go ahead and finish. You'll have time as I go through all of them, because based off of the results that I'm seeing in the chat, I need to walk through all of them. 10, 9, count down with me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We completed the first step to freedom. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to sing. Okay, here we go, you guys. So you have your letter in the chat of what that means. We do have a range of everybody, so this will be good. What that debt personality plan revealed is your debt personality and which approach to paying off your debt would make the most sense to you. If you put A, you're probably math driven, and that's the avalanche. If you're very momentum seeking, that's snowball. If you're emotionally driven, that's tsunami. And if you're balanced, you're hybrid. So let me explain what each one means. And before I leave this slide, please make sure you understand fully your debt personality. So I will pause, or Rashonda pause, but if I need to do a longer pause, make sure you understand, because you do need to understand this as we move forward. So for the debt avalanche, that's the person that really likes numbers and you're a logical thinker. As you remember, I said, hey, I'm A. You pay the minimums on everything, but you attack the highest interest rate first. And the reason why is, since you're numbers driven, you're focused on saving your money over time. Basically, if you're motivated by math, you're seeing that total interest rate drop, and that's what's exciting you. That's your name. That's your lane. You're the person who's going to go through each statement, know the interest rate, know this, have the calculations, and know, hey, if I pay this, that's going to reduce this by that. And that's why you're a debt avalanche. Okay. If your personality type was B, your debt snowball, you're my momentum crew. You will end up paying the minimums on everything and knock out the lowest debt first. Once you knock out that lowest debt, you will apply that debt payment to the next one. Because what you end up doing is you like to ride the emotional high to the next one. And for you, it's less about math. It's all about motivation. You like to see your wins happen fast, and that progress is what will keep you moving. If you're C, that's the tsunami. That's emotional and powerful. You still will pay your minimums on everything, but you attack that one debt that's causing you the most anxiety and the most stress. Maybe it's that bill that hits your mailbox and it instantly ruins your mood. When you take that one out first, you reclaim your peace and your power. And if you're the hybrid, which was D, you like to mix and match. Maybe you start with the snowball to get momentum, and then the next debt you focus on is the avalanche to maximize your savings. This is for my flexible folks, the ones who want to personalize the plan that fits best for you. So no matter which one you are, A, B, C, or D, you're following a very similar method where you're picking the first debt based off of your personality. Once you wipe out that debt, you're taking the payment that you were doing with that debt and adding it to the second one. And you just keep going. The only difference is you're driven by different things. Does that make sense? Like a person who is math related, they're not going to be driven by paying off a debt for $200 with a 3% interest. They're going to be more concerned about paying off a $5,000 debt with a 16% interest. The person for debt snowball, they're going to want to pay off that $300 debt first because they're going to feel the excitement and the motivation to keep going. The tsunami don't care about the interest rate or the amount. It's going to be, this particular thing is stressing me out. I want to knock that out first. And then once I can knock that out, I can be clear and I can see everything. The hybrid person is like, look, I don't want to be boxed into anything. I want to pick my first debt. Once I pay that first debt off, I want to reevaluate it and pick my next one. I like flexibility, and that's what motivates me. Do y'all get it? Any questions about your debt personality? Any disagreements about what your personality was?
On point.
I wish I knew. I see all y'all shaking your head, no saying, and I wish I knew what y'all's was. And then who said they had two? Let me see.
Daphne.
Okay. So my guess was that it was going to be tsunami, was going to be one of yours. I didn't know it was you, but for the person who had two, I had a feeling it would be tsunami. Because it's an emotional pull and it's usually something that's stressing you out. And so it goes hand in hand. The cool thing is, you guys, I built a debt payoff calculator for you based off of your personality for you to be able to list all your debts in, and it's going to give you your plan specifically for you. It is very important, again, in my personal opinion, that you pick a strategy that matches your personality because that's the one that you're going to stick to. There's no point in someone who is emotionally driven following an avalanche where they're getting confused by the math of the avalanche anyway. Does that make sense? Y'all with me?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now that you know how you're wired, you can finally stop fighting with your money and start working with it. Again, this is the framework for how you're going to pay off your debt. I have a calculator that I'm going to provide to help you identify your own personal debt plan, and you'll put everything in. After you know how to pay off your debt, you know what your personality is, you still have to have a spending plan. You have to know, okay, this is how I'm going to attack my debt. I'm going to use the hybrid method. So let me go ahead and update my budget, which I call the spending plan. Let me go ahead and update my spending plan to reflect what I'm going to do from a debt standpoint. So now that we face the truth, it's time to take control. The cash flow plan isn't about restriction, it's about direction. It's time for you to really make sure that you're telling your money where you want it to go instead of wondering where it went. You have to think of your paycheck and the money that's coming in as your employee, and you are the boss, not the money. You're the boss, and you're the one to tell it what it needs to do. Every dollar that you have, it has a job, whether that's your bills, your debt, your savings, and your investments. And if it's unemployed, and then if your money is unemployed, then it's a problem. So type in the chat. I want to make sure we good. I know we did a little activity. I don't know how you type in the chat. I'm the boss. And you're the boss because you're ready to start running your money like a business. So I need you to really go through your bank statements. And you're going to do a green light, red light, yellow light, what everybody, if you've heard of this, we like to call the traffic light system. That's right. I'm the boss. I love seeing I'm the bosses in the chat. So your green light items that you're going to highlight are your essential expenses. You can't eliminate that. You have to pay rent, mortgage, you have utilities, you have your minimum debt payments, and then you have your groceries. Those are all going to be your green light items that you know. The reason why you want to categorize everything is to help you gain some immediate clarity, because what you will end up doing is finding extra money in your spending plan. It could be $5, okay? But you are literally going to find something extra. I promise you, every time I do this, I find extra money in my plan. And sometimes that extra money is because I realize that there's some items that I need to highlight as yellow to help reduce what I'm doing. Not take away, but reduce. Your yellow light items are expenses that contribute to your overall quality of life, but you have some flexibility to be able to reduce it and adjust it. That's dining out and takeaway, things like entertainment, things like streaming subscriptions, as well as new clothing. And then finally, you have items from a traffic light standpoint that are your red light items. This is impulse purchases. So what is it? Z was talking about, like, hey, you go out and you end up just shopping and buying some other things. Impulse purchasing, your luxury items, your unused gym memberships, your premium coffee runs. Those are items that you can highlight as red, because you literally can. There are things that you can not necessarily, you can cut them or you can pause them like you should do at a red light. Well, okay, you're not supposed to pause at a red light. That's why I get in trouble. You're supposed to stop at a red light. I saw some faces like, go pause. Okay, you're supposed to stop at the red light. Anything that y'all can think of, that there are so many different line items and expenses that's not listed here that can fall into a green, yellow, and red category. Anything that y'all think of, y'all see automatically that you would say for yourself personally that you would want to add? What's not on here is I love to travel. So, it can be debatable to me whether travel is a red light or a yellow light item, right? However, what I do know is travel is not a green light item.
How about, yeah, you can travel, but me and you, either business class, it all depends. Or first class.
That's also a very good point, Z, right?
That could be red light.
That's very true. So to Z's point, you could travel, but you can change where your type of seat and, the hotel that you stay in when you travel. So you can still travel, but you can change the expenses of the way that you travel. That's a good one. Did y'all see my my face change a little bit later? So that whole thing is not cutting out what you enjoy doing. You can also travel and use your points if you have points. Like, use your points to do certain things as well. So that's the idea with the traffic light system. Any questions? I'm doing good with pacing. Good. hair, nails, facials. There's so many different things that you can definitely do from a yellow and red light standpoint. Now we need to find the cash. The traffic light system is not, again, it's not about restricting you. It's about empowering you. Again, red light is your items that you don't have to have in your budget. The yellow light gives you flexibility, and your green light are those items that are essential that you have to pay for. Once you categorize your spending this way, you gain immediate clarity on what your money is going and identify where those extra funds are. And again, the only reason and one of the main reasons that we're doing this is to help, again, accelerate your debt payoff. It's all about bringing that average 13 years down. And so you want to be able to do your traffic light system to help you identify some money. There's also some other ways you can find some hidden money. There's 6 tactical steps that you can do immediately. You can audit and cancel your subscriptions. You can negotiate your rates and bills. We're going into November. Stats show that telephone companies, internet companies, cable companies expect calls in December and November for people to negotiate their service contracts. One of the things that I'll talk about with Wealth with Grow is how you even evaluate your insurance and go back through those and get some new insurance things. So negotiate your rates and bills. You can cook more and cut the level of takeout that you do. You can reevaluate all your big costs. Look into your housing and your transportation. See if there's things that you can do like carpool, public transportation. And of course, you can monetize any skills that you have, create a side hustle. Any freelancing, tutoring, or starting some type of small side business can quickly generate incomes. There's apps that help you cancel and audit your subscriptions. I was talking to someone, and what they do is any subscriptions that they do, they put it on a card, and they are literally canceling a card every year to see what they want to go back and use or not. Again, as I mentioned, there's a script that you can use to negotiate your rates and bills. They are expecting those calls. Go ahead and make those calls to those companies. I don't care if you overflowing in money. One of the biggest things that you do with your money is you learn how to keep it and apply it somewhere else. So it never hurts you to negotiate, especially from an insurance standpoint. You really have to audit your home and auto insurance every year and negotiate a lower interest rate for your monthly bills. Cooking versus going out. You know, if I can figure out a recipe to cook, people may want to try it or not, but it tastes good to me. If I can figure out a recipe to cook, you could definitely find something to cook more and do some meal prep. Always reevaluate your big costs and what you can do. And again, monetize the side hustle. So the script that you want to do is, have y'all ever called one of your people and said, hey, I got this deal from such and such provider, or I want to cancel my service, and all of a sudden they're like, hold up, wait. That is literally the simple script, is you call and say, hey, my bill is too high and I think I need to cancel my service. And they literally already have it in their thing, what they can offer you. If you get the person that says, okay, cool, that person's having a bad day, go ahead and disconnect the phone and call right back. It is literally set up in everybody's system to be able to save a client, because the idea in any business is retention. It's better and it's costs less to retain an existing client. So that's what you do. Now, insurance is a little different. Insurance, you have to spend a little time making sure that you actually understand your policies, and then from there know how to shop your policies. So I would say that the only one that's a little different is insurance. Your credit card, you can call them. The conversation isn't about counseling. It's about reducing your interest rate. That's what the conversation is about credit card. So thanks, Sasha, for having me pause and explain that a little bit more. Any more questions before I go? The reason why these first 5 are important is because of what number 6 is. Any questions about these 5? Any ideas, any additional ideas that you've done in your personal life to help you find some hidden money? Oh, I got a new one. I just did this. Now, this has been on my list for about 2 years. And again, I am someone who has done some crazy things. So you can learn from my lessons. So one of my bad habits used to be that I would go either into the store or order something. I would order multiple sizes and then I would forget to return it. So people would literally come to my house. If they see something that they could fit, they could do it because I didn't return it. And so I've had a goal of listing my stuff on Poshmark for about 2 years now. I literally have in my upstairs middle area my own miniature clothing store. I stopped that habit. However, I still need to get rid of everything that I have. And so I finally did my Poshmark closet. So that's something as well. So if you have different things that you have in your house, you can also resell it. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't know if somebody said this already, but with the audit and cancel subscriptions, so we were over here talking about how somebody rides on other people's subscriptions, right? But so I canceled my Prime subscription with Amazon because I let a few family members use it. And when I was going through it the other day, so for a year, I've been paying for 9 different subscriptions that's hidden within Amazon. And I did not know that. So I'm paying over, I think it was like $130 something a month for Amazon for these TV channels.
Mm-hmm.
And then some other, I was so annoyed. So I would just say, look deep. Don't just look on the surface, look deep. But if you call and cancel it, maybe it'll cancel out everything, but make sure you do that.
Yeah. So that's actually hitting 1 and 2 to your point, Mimi. And I know that, once Netflix put in the channel, like we all use my parents' Netflix subscription until they said, hey, you're not in the household. And if you know me, I can be frugal in certain areas. So I still don't have Netflix. Like when I go to their house, I'll look at Netflix. But am I ever going to pay for a Netflix account? I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. But I have other stuff that, I need to do. So I didn't think it, especially if there's any parents on the line, the likelihood is your kids have definitely figured out how to use some of your subscriptions. So it is very important for you to audit. And I can say that because I have definitely done it. So and I'm big and grown. So make sure you do it. Don't take this stuff lightly. There is definitely some hidden money somewhere. So thank you, Mimi, for sharing. The reason why you really want to find out your hidden money is because when you take all of this from concept to action, you can see what exactly is happening. And it's what I like to share with everybody. This is my simplified version of the path of money, which I am going to show you. But what you have is your money flow, where it ends up having choices to save, donate, and spend. Your real engine of wealth is always in the investment side. So you have what you call your human capital. You're working for your money. Then you have your capital assets where your money works for you. And then you have your 4 choices within your cash flow. Again, that's invest, save, donate, and spend. And you're going to invest and allocate for growth. And the real fun parts of this is lending and owning and completely changing your mindset around what that lend and own investment vehicle looks like. For you, the path of money is this graph on the right is one of my favorite things because it's the key and managing the fund. It helps you make sure you understand what's coming in from an income standpoint, what you're staying with from a savings standpoint, what you're growing with from an investment standpoint. And the real thing is most people only focus on one, what's coming in or what's coming out, and they're staying stuck. But when you master your flow of money, you definitely master your future, and that's important. And this is where we start expanding to the next level. It's the part where you connect your cash flow with your wealth. So this is next level of what you do with hiding your hidden money. The key to get to that next level is you definitely have to work on your spending plan. You definitely have to focus on paying down your debt. A lot of people also think that you can't invest with debt. You can still invest and have debt. You just have to make sure that you understand your spending plan, what you have in place, and how your investment should flow. Does that make sense? So is everyone, one, clear and able to do a plan on reducing your debt based off of you, not anybody else, based off of you and what you would like to do and how you would like for it to flow? So I want y'all to scan this QR code, and this will take you to the Google Drive. On that Google Drive, it has the debt reduction calculator. It has 2 different spending plan templates for you to choose from. It also has some AI prompts that you can use for financial management. You showed up, you worked hard, you earned these. I want to make sure that you implement everything we covered today. I am going to show you how to use the calculator, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to get that QR code and scan it. And then I'm going to actually open up the calculator so you can see it. I will drop a link. That's the link to the Google Drive. And then the main tab that you're going to want to work on from a calculator standpoint, are y'all able to see this clearly? Or do I need to make it bigger?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Basically anything that you see in green on the Start Here tab is what you're going to fill in. So you're going to note how often you get paid, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. You just select the option that works for you. You're going to note how much money you get paid on that paycheck. You have 2 optional things, like from a giving and a saving standpoint. I automatically put in 10%. However, put in your own personal number. The extra debt, once you do the audit, that red light, green light, yellow light, and you find extra money, that's the amount that goes to this extra debts per month. If it makes you a little queasy, if you find $200, then you can say, hey, I'm going to put $150 to debt and put $50 to my savings. Okay. And then whatever your start date is, and then it's going to be very important that you know what your snowball or whatever method you selected, you're going to select that from the drop down box. And again, it'll remind you snowball, avalanche, tsunami, and hybrid, what it is. After you enter all of that, what did y'all? Okay, you're good. All right. The next tab over is you're going to list your debts. So I have some sample debts in here. You're going to enter the debt name. If you have multiple credit cards, you're going to list all your credit cards. So don't do just like one credit card line. If you have multiple cards, you're going to list all your cards. Same thing with student loans. Whatever debt you have, you're going to go ahead and list. This does not have to include your mortgage. We typically will have your mortgage, and it's debatable, but you will definitely have your mortgage from an expense side on your net worth tracker. That's something I go into detail. I love the net worth, but all of this ends up on your net worth tracker as well, because your debts are impacting your overall net worth. You're going to put the balance of those debts here. You're going to put your interest rate, put what your minimum payment is. We all know that for certain things, your due date stays the same every month, and others, your billing cycle may change, but you have in your head, hey, this credit card, usually I got to make my payment around this date. Put that. If you have some type of promotional rate or some kind of promo going, typically this is with credit cards, make sure you put that date in. And then you're going to rank your emotional stress. Like if this particular debt is the one that when the bill comes, the email comes, it stresses you out, you put a 5. If when it comes, you're like, it doesn't move me, you're going to put a 1. And then you're going to add any specific notes. So as you can see, I have a promotional rate in here for the Discover card. I note that, hey, in July 2026, it's going to change to this amount. Again, all this is fake information. Change it to tailor it specifically for you. But what happens when you put in all that information is you're going to go to the My Payoff Method tab. And it's going to say, hey, based off of the method that you selected and the debts that you put in, this is how you're going to attack your debt. So for this particular example, it was Snowball. You'll see that the Visa credit card balance was $9,800 and the student loan balance was also $9,800. But you see that the Visa is the one that's highlighted to pay off first. The reason why is the logic is automatically picking up the fact that, hey, although these two are the same, the APR on the Visa is higher than the student loan. So you have to put that in there. And I will send out the replay, so Felicia, you'll get it. Any questions about the debt calculator? When it's sent out, you'll get the debt calculator, but you'll also get a video showing you how to use it again.
Do we need to make a copy of the calculator when we get it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Are y'all back to seeing my screen? So again, you have the debt calculator. You have 2 different spending plan templates to be able to select from, like which one you want to use. And you also have some AI prompts, like whether you're using ChatGPT. I'm drawing a blank on the other ones right now, but no matter which one you're using, you can use the same prompt in all of them, and that can help you as well. So again, I asked y'all earlier, what would you say yes to if your money was holding you back? I asked you to get in mind what would happen if you can pay off your debt in 13 years instead of 13 years, 3 years. How are y'all feeling about that vision that you typed out or thought about earlier? It's encouraged you to look at your numbers. Yay. And I will tell you that sometimes looking at the numbers is the hardest part. So the best thing to do is do it with other people sometimes. Because sometimes it just helps to all sit down, go through it, and look at it. But the cool thing is that no matter what, I want you to realize that tonight you've worked on the foundation, how to gain clarity, how to break free from debt, and how to control your cash flow. I want to tell you something real though. Clarity is just the beginning. Once you get that piece, the question you are going to start having in your head is, now that I'm free, what's next for my legacy? You're going to realize the money that you've been spending and losing. Oh my God, I have so many additional stories that I could tell y'all. That $500,000 mistake is a real property that I didn't move on. Me being told my money wants to maximize my potential is literally written on my bathroom mirror because a billionaire told me I needed to start doing it. My legacy in the beginning was all about my siblings and making sure that they were good and that they was able to handle their finances. It has grown tremendously now. You want to gain clarity to master your debt and cash flow. That's what we started tonight. You want to escape debt, break free from the cycle once and for all. I will tell you, I will challenge your thinking about debt a little bit more. But right now, we're talking about the debt that doesn't benefit you. You want to build wealth. You want to implement your investment strategy so your money starts working harder for you. And you want to design legacy. I like to help people create a $1 million wealth plan that positions their family for freedom. And if you know me, that 1 million is really 50 million that we focus on. As these pop up, I just want you to think, where are you on the road right now? Are you gaining clarity? Are you escaping debt? Are you building wealth? Are you ready to design your legacy? Are you all of the above? Where are y'all? Y'all been dropping it so much in the chat. Drop it in the chat and let me know. Just like, where are you at in this space? Clarity and escaping. Yes, I love it. Tonight was about mastering your money, but the next phase is really about multiplying it and building a legacy that outlives you. That's exactly why I created the Build Your Legacy Wealth with Row investment series. You showed up tonight. That is literally the hardest part, is showing up. Not only did you show up, you faced your numbers tonight. You challenged your mindset and you started a new money story for yourself. The next step is simple. It doesn't stop here. The people who see results just know the strategy. They actually apply it with consistency and with community. And that's why I completed and built the next step, which is the Build Your Legacy Wealth with Growth 4-week investment series. If tonight gave you clarity, this series is built to help you build your plan. Because financial peace is just the foundation, but wealth, real lasting wealth, is the structure we like to build on top of. So I would like to take some time and share with you guys how that works. There is a QR code on the screen. If you would love to join us, I would love that. You get a full blueprint. It gives you concrete, actionable results. You'll leave with an unlocked plan built with me. You'll leave with a personalized $1 million plan ready for action. Secret, we are going to focus also on a $50 million net worth plan. May sound bigger than you thought, but I'll give you some blueprints on how to build that. We're going to have confidence to act because we tackle that scared mentality head on. And this happens in a live small group setting for over 4 weeks, 60-minute sessions starting on Tuesday, November the 11th. The dates are the 11th of November, the 18th, the 2nd, and the 9th. Week 1, we're focusing on your budget, but better. That's where we're refining what we started tonight. Week 2, we're talking about an unlocked income plan where we built a system to redirect your cash flow into assets. Investment strategy is week 3, where we break down how to make your money multiply. We talk everything from real estate to stocks to syndications. And week 4 is your $1 million legacy plan. You'll walk away with your personalized wealth roadmap. You're not just learning in this class, you're building alongside me. And timing is everything. I want to, if Z could drop the link in the chat for them, that would be great.
You need a link to well, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Never mind. Okay. you can go here to learn more about the class. I will say that the other stat that comes up is that the end of the year is where most people drift, but the ones who use this season to position yourselves to the next one, you already have the clarity from tonight. Don't lose momentum no matter what. Lock in everything while it's fresh. This 4-week session is for people like you, professionals, business owners, anyone tired of confusion and ready for strategy. You get live coaching, templates, and accountability to make sure that the plan works for you in real life. So don't take my word for it. On the screen is one of the people who attended the class. You see an image of a goldfish and a shark. Some of you may be familiar with this image. The main thing is that you may see yourself as a goldfish right now, but no matter what, you're going to act like a shark. The total investment is just $147. I have promised my coaches and other people that I will only do the splits one time at $147. However, right now it's just more so about making sure that I can impact as many people as possible. This investment is less than $37 a week. You can use Klarna or Affirm, that's $14. The next time I teach it, I will go up because I promised that I will never do this for this amount again. But with the current environment, this is what I'm led to go with. And so that's what I wanted to do. So I don't want to make sure that you don't let anything stop you. Click the link in the chat. It has the information for you. But no matter what, I want y'all to know that the seats are limited because I like to do small group. We're going to keep building. If tonight spoke to you, don't wait. Go ahead and click that link for the 4-week class. And overall, just remember that you don't need perfection. You need progress. So secure your spot together. Let's build your legacy. And when you do, shoot me a message. Let me know. We start November the 11th. But no matter what, I just want y'all to take the time to applaud yourself, appreciate yourself for showing up tonight because your future self is waiting for you. 1 year from now, you'll wish that you started today. So no matter what you do, please start. 5 years from now, you'll be grateful that you did. You've already made the conscious decision to take control. Just take the final step and secure your legacy. Do the work. Use the calculator to start paying down your debt. This is your moment. You've taken step 1. So you've done the work. Just continue to do it. Make sure that you change your life. Make sure that you impact the generations. Make sure that you continue to focus on building a legacy, not only for yourself, but for your generations that's to come. Your future self is already thanking you for showing up, including me. So thank yourself and follow through. Let's build legacy together, you guys. To your wealth, thank you so much for joining this Paycheck Freedom Plan. Thank you so much. I'm going to proclaim in advance for you doing the debt calculator and following the plan to pay off your first debt. Thank you so much for you working on your red light, green light, yellow light, your traffic system, and doing your spending plan. Your future self is waiting for you. 1 year from now can be totally different. So just like a tree that you never knew when it was planted, but you saw it blossom, you are that tree. So take care. Any final questions, comments?
Great job.
Cool.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
More people should have been on here.
I found me. I found me.
That's good. Well, thank y'all so much. I'm glad. Try to make it as simple as possible so you can have an easy step to take and make sure that you're able to apply it. So y'all have a wonderful evening. I tried to talk slow and get you out on time. So y'all have a great day. Don't forget to live healthy. Don't forget to grow your wealth. Love you much. I will send out the replay as well.
Thank you, Ro.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Ro.
You're welcome.